Hey guys, it's Brian. So, I came across an idea through Facebook where I was just going through certain groups for certain decks and people who play certain decks and their theories. And so, I came across this idea of Endymion Dinomist. And me being familiar with both decks, it was an interesting theory, and I decided to go ahead and test it out a bit. And I am pleasantly surprised at how the deck is working out. I am working some kinks out, but I honestly was very surprised at how well the deck was moving and how consistent it is. However, there are moments, I'm not gonna lie, since I've been testing this out, it would break, like, let's say once or twice out of every 10 hands. However, 80% to 90% of the time, let's say 85% of the time, you're most likely going to go ahead and go through a board where, unless your opponent was able to stop one or two pieces of the combo, you should still be able to play without a problem. And honestly, this deck baits out Ash very easily, so your opponent would have to know or have to guess which moment they have to Ash you in order for it to affect you. Anyways, this is a match from when I was testing out the deck in ranked, and so there are certain cards that I would change, well, that I have changed, better said, because I have made improvements to the deck ever since this matchup earlier today. But I wanted to showcase this because of how interesting this deck is and how the matchup worked against Sky Strikers. So, without further ado, let's get right into the match. And so, as you can see here, I open up pretty good. I have a Master, I have a Servant, Charge, and a Ceratops in hand. Charge a Ceratops or Charge with any Dinomist is pretty much a 2-card Electromite without much hassle, and you get to get 1 material back. So he doesn't negate it. I go for the Electromite. And so I send the Dark Worm to the extra deck. That way I can go into the Guardragon play. And I decided to go for Master instead of... Oh, sorry, not Master. Mighty Master. So that way, in case he had a way of stopping me, I could still go ahead and Pendulum Summon and play through it. So that's the reason why I decided not to go into anything else. So use Electromite, in case he had a negate. He would have negated already, but I just wanted to make sure. It's better to be safe than sorry. So I add back the same Master, draw a card, and draw another Master Surplus. However, I go ahead and Pendulum Summon. And at this moment, I did not know he was playing Sky Striker, so I just decided to go for something that I felt safe. Since he didn't hand trap me with Ash or Ghost Ogre, I have a feeling that he might play Impermanent, so I go for the Mighty Master. Go for the basic Guardragon combo. And in this case, after going through this matchup, is where I decided to make certain changes to the extra deck. I have decided to go ahead and take out the Bahamut and the Totally Awesome, because honestly, out of all the games I've played, I've only made like twice and it was very forced. So I decided to add an extra instant fusion target and also a Savage Dragon. That way I can go ahead and make sure that I will be able to go ahead and go into more Omni Negates, since the deck already runs Infinity and Vortex, which are 2 Omni Negates in itself. And so I would have been able to make Savage Dragon if I was running it. However, since I didn't, I went ahead and just decided to go for Dawn Dragster, which is standard. So the guy had everything that he needed to bait out any plays from me. And when he went for Mystic Mine and I negated it, he had a way of looking for the other one. Goes for the third multi-roll, and from here it starts to snowball. Goes for Kukari, trying to get back the engage. Attacks me directly with Hayate, and then he's going to go ahead and I believe he sent a Widow Anchor? Or no, he sent Area 0. So he goes for the engage, gets the Widow Anchor. Sets 2 and passes. Since he did use multi-roll on its own Hayate, he just decided to make sure that he doesn't have any monsters that I can just leave one monster on board, and that way it would just destroy the Mystic Mine. So here, I just decided to no summon and try to see what I could bait out this moment. I said send Struder because that's the most logical target at this moment. However, I didn't have much options and I could have Pendulum summoned, but it wouldn't have been much since I'm not running another Synchro. So since he did use multi-roll on the Mystic Mine to get rid of it, he decides to go ahead and use both Widow Anchors, taking both Vortex and Usurpers. And he also used the Sharkan for taking my Electromite out of the graveyard. Goes to Desires, and from here he just goes for game. So, game 2 is pretty fortunate for me, if I do say so myself. Keep in mind, this match live took about almost an hour. And that's because the combos do take time to perform. And not only that, confirmation, because we're not playing on an automatic system. So here I go for Spellbind 3, going ahead getting Servant, using Foolish Burial to go ahead and dump the Dark Worm. Dark Worm gets 0, summon the Dark Worm, link off into Electromite. Electromite's going to send off a card to the extra deck as I go for Chronograph. Go ahead and use Electromite's effect to go ahead and get the Chronograph out of my extra. It's my hand. Draw for the effect. And I go for Chrono here because I can easily just get rid of both of my scales at the moment. So I go ahead and use Servant's Effect. And I decide to just go for 0 now because that way I can make sure of my plays. Go for Chrono Rush. LP, and then we go into triple burst into the Guardragon, to the Vortex, standard Guardragon, but is seal, and here you're gonna see I take an interesting line of play. Here he goes for Pankratops. I explained to him that he can't target Mighty Master because of his effect. So he decides to go for Vortex. Have to negate it. Goes Foolish Burial Goods. And from here, I see what he's trying to do. And obviously I have to negate the desires. And I decided to go ahead and take back the Mighty Master because it's a scale 8, and not only is it a scale 8, if he decides to go ahead and put decides to destroy Servant, I can simply put it into my scale, and I have a Spell Power Mastery in hand, which automatically will get it to the 3rd spell counter because of the effect. And Mighty Master here will go ahead and pop the board. So from here, somewhere along the lines, I just stopped counting the counters that were on the board. And that's my mistake because I didn't pay more attention. I actually had something distracting me when I was playing. But here he goes into Agari, getting back the engage. And you're gonna see here that I pretty much stayed at 6 when it should have been around like 14. I'm sorry, around 8. Because you do get counters for every spell activation, because you're not going to gain the effect and that's a continuous effect. And I was very fortunate to draw Denko off the top. So I go ahead and normal summon Denko. Go ahead and get the Cerberus out. Is my Master's effect. Could have Pendulum summoned in first, but I just decided to just go for games to have. So heading into game 3, I draw into Denko and Mystical Space Typhoon on a going second hand, which is not bad at all. However, I wish I didn't draw the 0 in this case, because not only does the 0 hinder me, the 0 could have been another card which could have helped me combo off. So he goes 0 on set, gets Shark Cannon. And surprisingly, he only ends on Hayate and 2 face downs. One is a Widow Anchor and a multi-roll. Oh, and I believe the other one is a Shuriken. However, I draw into another Mighty Master, and I decided to force the issue and try to see how much I could luck out, which probably isn't the smartest thing I could have done. But since he had a Ray Engrave, I just didn't want to go ahead and bait out another attack. And for him to stop it, so I just decided to go for it. So I was fortunate to draw a Dinomist charge, which will matter later on. However, I wish it was one of my draw spells. So I go ahead and Typhoon the multi-rope because I do not want him to keep recurring resources and getting rid of his own sets or the zero. And so I attack for both monsters. That way I can go ahead and make sure that I can continue to force the issue with my opponent. Because I do have the ability to pendulum scale next turn if he does not get rid of any of my scales. If I get 6 counters on the field, I can pretty much board wipe him. So this is some pressure on my opponent since he doesn't have access to his face downs and he can't set cards. So I'm lucky he whiffed with Area 0. Goes for Rhoda, gets another ray out. Gets another Area 0. Use Jamming Waves to pop this Sharkan face down. Get rid of my Denko. And here he decides to go ahead and take my Electromite. Attack me for the 15 with Hayate, and I'm pretty surprised that he didn't attack, but that was his mistake. But that Dinomist charge will matter as far as how I'm able to go for game in this last round, in this last game of the matchup. So he spins back the Servant. But luckily I still have the ability to Pendulum Summon if I am given the option. And he doesn't have any interruptions based on what I can see. So you go ahead and use Mercimore against Terraform to get Mystic Mine. And so I know for a fact that he doesn't have any interruptions. And from here on out, because I did draw into my Pile of Desires, and here I'm drawing into my Instant Fusion, and because of charge, what's going to happen is I use Instant Fusion, bring back the 1,000 that he gave me, summon out Rare Fish, go for Terran, link them off to go ahead and go into Landfillinkus. And then using Charge's effect, I'm going to go ahead and get back the Terran, scale it right away. And from here on out, I do have the ability to go into the Guardragon combo. And anyways, that's the game. Do want to thank you guys for your time. If you have any opinions about the deck, please feel free to leave them down below in the comments. If you would like to change any builds or you have any questions about the build, I will be going ahead posting a video later on this week after I go through all my testing. But I do want to thank you guys for sticking through the video. And if you would like to go ahead and leave a like, that would help out a lot. Anyways, that's my time for now. See ya!